Hi, grade 7 champs, and welcome to part 2 of A Gift of Chappals, where we are going to answer questions. If you haven't seen part 1, I suggest you go watch part 1 first and then come back here. For those of you who've already seen part 1, let's get to the questions. Ravi compares Lali's playing the violin to blank. Now, I told you the comparison with a train. When the teacher was playing it, it sounded like a train was going right on track, but when Lali was playing, it sounded like the derailing of a train. Derailing is when the train comes off its tracks. Okay. Trying to hide beneath the tray of chilies, Mahendran tipped a few chilies over, said meow miserably. Okay. So, tipped a few chilies over himself. Meow, he howled miserably. Right from the chapter itself. Okay, now the teacher played a few notes on his violin and Lali stumbled behind him on her violin, which looked quite helpless and unhappy in her hands. All of this is directly from the textbook, so you can go back to the chapter, read, and you'll get the answers right there. The beggar said that the kind ladies of the household had helped him survive the last week. So there was a specific phrase that he used over here, which had something to do with body and soul. Drop that in the comments if you can find the phrase. Helped him survive the last week. After the lesson was over, the music teacher asked Lali if she had seen his chappals because the chappals had gone missing. Alright, describe the music teacher as seen from the window. So when Mridu, Ravi and Meena go to the window and see the music teacher, they observe that he's a very bony man who doesn't have a lot of hair or balding head, but a few oiled strands of hair tucked behind his ear. He's wearing a gold chain, he has a diamond ring, and when he plays the violin, it's quite visible there. So, the music teacher had a lean, bony personality. He was sitting with his back against the window of the room where he was teaching violin to Lali. He was bald and had some oiled hair around his ears. He was wearing an old-fashioned tuft and had a gold chain around his neck. He also wore a diamond ring on his hand. He was beating the floor with his thin, malnourished toe to keep time. All right. What makes Mridu conclude that the beggar has no money to buy chappals? So when the beggar shows Mridu his feet, she notices that it has a lot of blisters and that gives it away that he has no chappals. So because nobody would want to put themselves through the pain of walking on really hot roads, if they had the money to buy the chappals, then why not? So when the beggar showed his feet to the children, they could see blisters on them. This made Mridu conclude that the beggar had no money to buy chappals. What does she suggest to show her concern? She suggests that they give away a pair of chappals to the beggar. Have you children? She began, and then, seeing they were curiously quiet, went on more slowly. Seen anyone lurking around the veranda? First question here, what do you think Rukmani really wanted to ask? So Rukmani really wanted to ask the children if they were responsible for taking the chappals. Why did she change her question? She changed her question because seeing the children so serious and quiet, she understood that the children definitely had something to do with it because normally they were not so serious and quiet. What did she think had happened? So she thought that the children, because they were naughty, had purposely hidden away the chappals. On getting Gopu Mama's chappals, the music teacher tried not to look too happy. Why? So the music teacher obviously had a very worn out pair of chappals that Mridu had also noticed in the beginning of the chapter. And Gopu Mama's chappals were obviously newer and much nicer. So the music teacher was actually happy. He was first angry that his chappals got stolen, but then became happy because he got a better pair of chappals. But obviously didn't want to show that on his face. So the music teacher tried not to look happy because he wanted to pretend that his chappals were valuable to him. Although in reality, he liked the new chappals of Gopu Mama's. On getting a gift of chappals, the beggar vanished in a minute. Why was he in such a hurry to leave? So here I think the beggar was in such a hurry to leave because he didn't want the adults of the house to come and take the chappals back. So he left as soon as possible because he was afraid that the chappals might be taken back, and also he needed the chappals very badly because of all the blisters on his feet. Okay, walking towards the kitchen with Mridu and Meena, Rukmani began to laugh. What made her laugh? So Rukmani, after realizing that the children had not hidden the chappals away but had actually given them away to the beggar, she was obviously happy about the fact that the children had such a kind heart, but was also angry because they'd given away somebody else's chappals. So the reason why she laughed was because she wondered what Gopu Mama would think when he got back and looked for his chappals. So the thought about what she would say to Gopu Mama about the chappals when he would ask about them made her laugh. She wondered what his reaction would be when he gets to know that those chappals were given to the music master. All right. So, the way these answers have been structured will help you also structure answers in a similar manner. So, first I give you an explanation, then I give you a very structured answer that you can use as a template to structure your own answers. So, do pay attention to that, because if you write your answers down properly, you will get better marks. All right, that's all. We went through that rather quickly. Before I say goodbye to you, if you wish to become pro English speakers, then please enroll for the Byju's Spoken English classes. These are available from grades 4 through 9th, and you get a host of benefits. To look no further for your English needs. These classes will really help you out. So, link is in the description. Check them out. Check out all the important playlists for you as well, and like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of these sessions. Take care of yourselves. I will see you next time.